Henri de la Tour d'Auvergne, Viscount de Turenne. 11 September 1611, July 27, 1675. Commonly known as Turenne, was a French general and one of only 6 marshals to have been promoted Marshal General of France. The most illustrious member of the La Tour d'Auvergne family, his military exploits over his 5-decade career earned him a reputation as one of the greatest military commanders in history. Born to a Huguenot family, the son of a Marshal of France, he was introduced to the art of war at a young age. He first served as a volunteer in the Dutch States Army under the orders of his maternal uncles Maurice of Nassau and Frederick Henri, but later chose to continue his career in the service of France, where his noble origins and proven qualities soon saw him rise to the top of the military hierarchy. He rose to prominence during the 30 Years' War by capturing the fortress of Brissac in 1638. Promoted Marshal of France in 1643, he struck against Bavaria the following year, defeating the Bavarian army in 3 years of campaigning and forcing the Elector of Bavaria to make peace. The Elector soon broke the treaty, and in 1648 Turenne invaded again with Swedish support, subduing the imperial army at Zusmarshausen and pacifying Bavaria. Turenne initially supported the Fronde but returned to royal service in 1651, emerging as France's foremost general by defeating the rebellious army of the Prince of Condé on the outskirts of Paris and reoccupying the city. His triumphs against Spanish armies at Arras, 1654, and at Dunkirk, 1658, led to the overrunning of much of the Spanish Netherlands and brought the war against Spain to a victorious conclusion. 2 years later, Louis XIV appointed him Marshal General of France. Although a supporter of absolute monarchy, he only converted to Catholicism in 1668, refusing to do so earlier despite political incentives. During the War of Devolution in 1667 Turenne captured the Spanish Netherlands practically without resistance. In 1672 the French invaded the Dutch Republic and the Marshal General conquered the country up to Amsterdam. Checked by the Dutch flooding of the land, he invaded the Holy Roman Empire the next year, reaching the Elbe and compelling Brandenburg to abandon the anti-French coalition. Faced with the loss of Alsace to superior Allied forces, he crowned his career with a series of battlefield victories, most notably at Turckheim, 1675, and a masterful strategic turning movement around the Vosges in midwinter that drove the Imperials from Alsace. He was killed by an Imperial cannonball at the Battle of Salzbach in 1675.